Hello everyone, my name is Spam and welcome to the very first episode of Meet the Trackmania community. And my first interaction with Trackmania was back when I was still in school. A friend showed it to me. It was the year 2008, so I visited his house quite often to play Trackmania, and I was hooked ever since. I managed to get myself my own PC back then. I don't have like full memories, but I do remember playing full speed mainly. It was always like very fast maps with loopings, wall rides, big jumps. And then later on, I started playing more of the Nadeo campaign and joined my very first team or clan, as we called it back in the days, to do some competitions against each other. I wanted more. I wanted a bigger challenge. That's when I started playing against more of the back then pro players. Mainly in 2010 is when I switched over to more of the serious tech competitions. That's also when I saw like qualifications for ESWC back then. And I was very interested because esports at the time was very small. In 2011, I did indeed qualify myself for the World Cup after looking up to Bergie winning it. In 2011, I didn't win it. I got fourth, which is a extreme feat for my very first offline event at the biggest stage. From there on, it only went better and better. From the moment I started trying my best to compete in Trackmania, I wanted to become the best. And that was my goal from that specific moment. And well, how do you rate someone to be the best? Well, in my opinion, it's if you win the World Cup.
Ça va se passer entre les deux. Twin qui est derrière, qui reprend un petit peu de vitesse sur Spam.
Twin a plus de vitesse, attention, on arrive dans le double brit à gauche, Spam toujours plus large. Ouh, c'est chaud.
Oh là là là, il y a
Oh
trop
là
de
là,
vitesse.
Spam là, qui va s'envoler très sûrement vers sa victoire. Attention, l'interpoteau, très bien géré par Spam. Attention, le dernier droite. Ça passe à fond. Attention, Twin a plus de vitesse et va sûrement attaquer. Ah,
Allez,
le nodriver et Spam, champion du monde.
Spam est champion du monde.
I win in 2012. Can I stay at the top for as long as I can? And that was then my next stage, basically. I wanted to prove to everyone that I was still a very good player. 2014, I got fourth at the World Cup again. And then in 2015, I also got top 4 in the World Cup again. So when you see your placings dwindle down a little bit, you think to yourself, man, what am I doing wrong? Do I have to put in more effort? Do I need to change my training regime? What is going on with me where I cannot stay at the top anymore? So it's really mentally draining. After like 12 years of playing, you get to a point where you take things a little bit more easier because you have done so much. I was putting in so much effort to try my best for good results, and the results didn't come. It was a very hard decision for me to make, to stop Trackmania Grand League, but it was inevitable. Right now, I'm very happy with that decision. I feel much better. I feel much more relaxed. And also, like, you know, closing one door is not always the end of everything because it will open up many other doors. I think my very first streams were in 2012, and this was right after I won the World Cup. I was in Team Dignitas at the time, and Michael Odell, who was the CEO of Team Dignitas, told me, yeah, you should get into streaming because people would really want to watch like a pro gamer showcase their driving. And I was streaming for like 5 or 6 people because it was only mainly Dignitas people that knew that I was streaming. I didn't have social media. I didn't have anything. But it was fun. And eventually it started growing a little bit. I got to 20 viewers. I was super happy with 20 viewers back then. I remember this. I started streaming, which eventually turned out to be like my work right now, which is crazy to think about. But it didn't come easy at all. I started with like 5 viewers and now I'm streaming for 1,000 plus. Like it's a very long journey that I just kept on going with. And yeah, I cannot be more happy where I am right now. My growth has been very, very consistent and steady. Consistency for me has been my winning factor. I never really skipped out on anything. I still really, really enjoy playing Trackmania. I think I will never ever stop playing this game. It has been 50% of my entire life I've been playing Trackmania, which is insane to think about. I found my social circle really online. That's basically where I found myself being the happiest. I had my friends online. It was really a thing where I learned how to socialize, how to speak English. There are definitely skills that you can learn throughout gaming in general. And I think it's very frowned upon that people or like older generation always says, oh yeah, you never socialize, blah 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 blah. But gaming is socializing. It's just in a different way. I really have one particular goal in mind that I still want to do, and that is host my own offline event. I always think back at the times when I played the Nest, when we had 16 players in a villa with very nice weather. We had a swimming pool. The vibe was really nice. And I miss that. I really want to maybe try something in a similar trend. That's going to be my main focus. That I really want to do is host an offline event. That's the goal. So like I said early on, I always try to set myself goals to work towards. This is my next one.